to the Shalom School Talent Show 2018. So before we start, just a couple things. So you'll each have scoring sheet. There's more up here if you didn't get one. And you cannot score for yourself. So I'm just going to be staying up here and kind of introducing everything. So, first of all, Julie and Moriah. Alright, so these two, you get some stuff. These two made cookies and cupcakes and cakes. Moriah made the cookies and Juliana made the cookies and cupcakes. So do you guys want to say anything about it? So let's give them a hand.
We got
Yeah, you guys can come up and get whatever you want.
Right now? What?
So wait till later until after.
Yeah, we're not gonna wait till after the time.
Alright, so next up we have Miss Krista.
One of the things I love to do is to dress up, so I decided to dress up. I thought about singing a song, but then I decided I wasn't going to.
Alright, and then next up is myself. So as most of you probably know, I really like writing. And I was going through my old journal last night, and I discovered that since October 2017, I've written like over 150 poems. Most of them, however, were junk, so. So I'm just going to read a few, maybe just one. Yeah, okay, so this one is dedicated to last year, to Miss Annalisa. It's called Number 163, and Number 163 was a song that she picked every time she got an answer. Almost. So, number 163. 163. Shredded number of numbers. The taste of this song is as bad as Snaw's numbers. Out come those words. It's 163. We all gasp in horror at this shredded decree. This horrible number, this 163, brings groaning and laughter simultaneously. The end. And woo! I also brought some drinks, and that I consider that a talent because the recipe is my own. So next up we have Miss Annalisa.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah, we do. Stop it. Alright. So,
Okay, I have a couple of with my toolbox. I have a couple of disclaimers before I get out. I would like to sit on this chair, please. I have a couple of disclaimers. The first one is that I don't necessarily think that this song is Christian. It's not Christian. It is a secular song. I don't think it's all that profitable. The point is kind of what goes along with it. So I am changing possibly a word or two. The second disclaimer is that I'm not that awesome at this. So if you want to see somebody do it really well, just go online and watch somebody do it. Okay. And I might miss it. In which case I'll just start again.
doing an arm wrestle challenge, so whoever wants to come up
Josh, that's you
and
and
challenge the arm wrestle.
No. Yes. Go.
You have to lean into it. I can't. Oh, the table.
Hand on the table.
Come on, Johnny.
You had like 7 elbows now.
Everybody else?
Might be easy just leave stuff outside and then
Yeah,
don't bring
just
yourself
leave
in.
stuff outside and then come back
Just-
later.
Expect your tie with your right hand, so just try the left.
Just leave stuff
Oh,
outside.
right.
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 Hi, Justin.
Hey,
You got something.
Okay, ready?
Nope,
1,
nope.
2, 3, go.
Justin has the left hand.
Right hand. Hey, curling in.
Hey,
Here, I'll
Just
hit
gonna
something.
rip it over.
Go.
I'm tired. You're tired.
Anybody else?
he's tired.
So next we have Miss Vivian on the ukulele.
Okay, so all of you who have heard of Lauren Daigle, you know she has a very low voice. And most of her songs are meant for low voices. However, I can't sing just the lowest, so I'm going to do my best. And it's not just going to sound just too good, but... I mean, it's going to sound nice, but... Anyway. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, you say I am love when I can feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held and I am falling short when I don't belong. Oh, you say that I am yours and I believe. Oh, I believe what you say of me. Yes, I believe. have every failure, God, and you'll have every victory. Ooh, oh, you say I'm low and I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong and I think I am weak. You say I am held and I am falling short when I don't belong. Oh, you say that I am yours and I believe. Oh, I believe what you say of me. Yes, I believe.
Very good. So in case you're wondering, we didn't know the talent show was going to even exist at the beginning of this week, so we weren't exactly prepared. So next up we have Miss Anna Ruth.
At like 3 days ago, in the evening, no, it wasn't an evening, but it came from a science experiment. I invented a instrument, and it's not the best design, so of course it doesn't sound the nicest, but I used just a regular container and tuned rubber bands to like the, whatever you call it. But I don't think T and do, I don't think are right. No. But it's like an introvert toy because it's not loud enough for you to play for everyone. It's a little bit off. Just play. I'm not going to. Okay, I have the T and the La right where the T and the W. So. Okay, now it's alright. Not really. But anyway, that's all I have to show.
Alright, next up we have Mr. Leon on his, what is it called? Cajon. Okay.
The jungle, the mad, the jungle, the lion sleep tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. We never practiced this, so.
Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace. I don't know that yet.
We're just singing.
Yeah, you guys sing it. Okay. Okay, so it starts off. Near the village.
Do we know it?
Yeah, you guys know it. Near the village, a peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. The village, a peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Is my darling away?
Oh, Vivian, sit here.
Oh, yay.
We have a little bit of, I wouldn't call it an act, but, so we are both first holders, therefore we can memorize things very easily, and therefore we know a lot about what we love. So, I'm going to be asking Vivian some questions about the Bontrager Family Singers and Fairy Camp. She's going to be asking me questions about authors and composers.
And I'm going to wait for this visualization.
Okay, do you want me to start or do you want
Yes.
to start? Okay, so for the Bontragers, who wears more makeup on stage, the boys or the girls?
Murals.
The girls, okay? So at camp, how many kids went up when they asked for the kids who had never heard I love you from their parents?
3.
What kind of dog did the Bontragers have and what's his name?
I have a Dalmatian. His name is Riker.
We do not know the Bontragers personally. What is the... No, who were the 3 most popular kids at camp?
Roman, Rochelle, and Camille.
Okay.
Roman, Rochelle.
So for the Bontragers, what is their biggest meal of the day?
Biggest meal?
Mm-hmm.
Dinner. Supper.
Okay. How many of the counselors had blonde hair at camp? And you guys cannot give answers if you know.
I don't know the answer.
There was one. There was only one.
Okay, I'll have to check you on that.
There was one that was blonde brown. So it's
How long did Allison have the braces?
braces?
2 years. Okay, for the Paula was a counselor. So what does Paula do for a living?
She's still at home. She just works in like their local store. Don't cover your mouth. She works in the local store.
Okay, now we're gonna take 5 from the audience. For her. Yes,
Ask
about
me questions
Bontragers or about camp.
No, only 4.
Okay, 4. 2 about the Bontragers, 2 about camp.
Didn't you tell me the Bontrager shoe size is one?
Yeah.
The youngest one wears 6s.
Finish this one
The
first.
youngest one wears 6s.
The oldest one
There's
was-
too many. I know all of them. But
Okay, what did you say?
That's the oldest ones.
the older one, she said 8. Oh my word.
Which of the
What's the
girl wears
question?
the most makeup?
Chelsea. That's easy. What?
Okay,
What's
about
the
camp?
Who did you have a crush on at camp?
No, baby. Okay. How old was Louisa May Alcott when she wrote Little Women? You can answer after I say.
I don't know.
Anybody know?
Anybody know? She was, okay, let me guess. She was probably like 95.
55. Okay. How many writings does Shakespeare write? Includes stories?
Yeah, I know. Over 5,000.
I wasn't sure about the answer. I looked it up and all they had was 37 plays and 154 songs.
Hero one.
I know, but
Okay.
who illustrated the Bear and Stanberry books?
Stan and Jam Darrison.
And Mark Berenstain. There goes your alarm again. Mark Berenstain. Mike, Jan, Stan, and Mike Berenstain.
Okay, well, half
Okay, and the rest I think you should know if you don't, then everybody's gonna have to laugh at that. Who wrote the Elizabeth Gill Johnson series?
Oh, what was her name? Patricia McLachlan.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
How so?
How do you do that? Okay, who wrote Is This Love?
This
Is
is
Love.
Gracious Wilbert.
Yep. Who wrote Country Roads?
An idiot.
Who else?
I don't know.
You know that one.
Oh, wait. Johnny Cash?
No! By the famous John Denver. Oh, John Denver. You knew that. Who wrote All the Way My Savior Leads Me?
I don't know. You say I don't know.
Yeah. So easy. Who wrote the famous Bontrager song Time for Truth?
Josh?
Good job. Okay, that's it.
Bontrager. You didn't have to do it. Okay, oh, you did.
Okay, now you can ask.
Any questions from the audience about music or composers? I mean, composers or authors.
Who composed? Oh, never mind.
Who's your favorite author? That's not this one.
That's not.
Frank Brady.
I don't even know, so that might be a question. Where are you looking? Okay.
He wrote the Four Seasons. That's a little piece. You'd like it.
He wrote The River Flows in You. I think Josh knows that.
Oh, what is his name? Something Yeru Karini?
Your roommate.
Okay, I knew the name. You more questions?
I know. I'm
You wrote our new song, Masters in the Fall.
It was written in the Middle Ages. It was arranged by that guy.
John something, right? Everybody thinks
John Schmidt.
No, I don't remember.
Isn't it like
I've
a
seen
Carl?
it.
Carl something? Isn't it like a Ephraim Carl?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
Was that what?
Call it an end.
Oh, okay.
I won. I got 100. I literally did everything.
I think that's it for us. And then we have Mr. Jonathan. I do not even know what he is doing. So we'll have to
So, as a lot of you know, I really like math, and I'm fairly good at it. So this is what I say, I developed talent. I have a talent for math, but I also developed a lot, and so I enjoy doing a lot of math. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about squares. I'm not talking about those four side things. I'm talking about 1 times 1 equals 1, 3 times 3 equals 9. So, can someone give me the square of 0?
0.
There you go, shout it out. 1. Square of 1. Square of 2.
4.
Square of 3.
9.
4.
16.
5.
25.
As far as we need to go for now. So, this may look like a normal list of numbers. However, if you look closer, there is a difference. The difference between 1 and 0 is
1.
4 and 1.
3. 1 and 5.
Gotta keep on going, definitely like that. Odd numbers, always 2 more. So, if you figure that out, there's actually a way that you can solve, if you know what 1 times 1 is, you can solve the square of any number. For instance, let's go take 17 squared. 17 squared equals, now there's actually a formula that I figured out, and I'll give it to you, is this. If you know algebra, you'll understand it. If you don't know algebra, it might be very confusing. I fear I've lost many people by now. So, n is your original number, x is the number you're subtracting from it. So n squared is 17, so let's go 17 minus, let's say, so I know, so you probably know the square of 12 is 144. So 17 minus 5 will equal 12, right? So we know what 12, so we know this is 144. So 17 squared equals 144 plus 2 times x, or n, which is the original number, 2 times 17 times x, which happens to be 5 in this case, minus x squared, which also happens to be 5. X squared is 25. So it'll come out with 10 plus 170 minus 25. 170 minus 25 is 145. 17 squared, I believe, will equal 289. And so by using this formula, you can figure out the square of any number as long as you know 12 times 12. You can even use this to solve the squares of negative numbers and the squares of positive, large, and small. So, what I'm trying to, the point of my talk today is not just about this. The point of my talk is that most of nature revolves around a series of numbers that operate in an exact way. For instance, how many of you have heard about the Fibonacci numbers? Numbers we have? Okay, can someone give them to me? Starts out with 1, it goes with 1. The next one is this plus this is 2. This plus this.
no fair, she's gone to college.
5, 8, 13. Now the thing is, this list of numbers actually governs how spiral seashells are made. For instance, let's say a 13-unit squared box. This is a rough estimate. And you make a radius, you put a radius in there. And then you make a 8-unit squared box. It's a little lopsided. And you put a radius in there. A 5-unit squared box. A 3-unit squared box. 3-unit squared box, a 2-unit squared. Okay, it's a little lopsided, but anyway, if it's done correctly, we'll equal a perfect spiral. So it's actually interesting that a lot of nature revolves around around numbers that explain that a lot of what we see in nature is explained by natural. It's a natural phenomenon. And so I encourage you to go out, figure out if you think something's happening in a specific order, try to figure out what's going on behind it. And if you know how to do algebra, don't figure out algebraic problem that will explain it. So that's all I have for today.
All right, thank you very much. We have Mr. Daniel up next, and I'm not sure where he is. Do you need to, what do you need, a table?
Probably want to move this out a little bit.
No, let's keep it on the table.
Ooh, you can't see through, can you?
No.
You just cover me props. I know what he's doing already. Alrighty, I'm gonna do magic tricks and illusions of sorts. I am an amateur, so you're probably gonna see some fishy stuff.
It's also a comedy show, by the way.
Yeah. So I'm going to start off with my first trick. It is a special trick. I think it looks hysterically funny, and it's really gross. So I'm going to stick the straw up my nose. It's invigorating. Alrighty. I would now like a volunteer. So here we have a good quarter, right?
Okay, stand over here with you.
Yeah.
That's a good quarter. That's a good quarter, right? It's a real quarter. Now I have here a bit of plastic, a bit of cardboard. Now could you stick the... I'm going to put this other piece of plastic over it, okay? Now could you grab that? Could you grab the rubber band, stitch it on? Now, no, maybe right through there. Over here. I made it obnoxious. See? And you need to so, you stretch out that other one too. So here I have a thingy. This is trapped inside here. It's trapped inside here, right?
Yeah.
The inside is trapped inside. So I have this thingy, and I'm going to put this napkin over it. And here, could you take that and close it up? I need to do the magic word.
If you got the cord out
Now
of
open
your
it
hand, it would be easier.
Yeah, it would probably be. And it's empty. Now, there is a really big problem with that trick. I really messed it up. And she saw it. And that is not my best trick, though. Okay, you can go down.
Do I get the quarter?
Right. That, there is, I want to tell you 3 specific rules of magic. Maybe I shouldn't tell you before I do this trick. First of all, in coin magic, never watch the hand the magician wants you to watch. And in card magic, don't even try to figure them out because they're too complicated. And in that magic back there that is illusions, just watch really closely and you might see some fishy stuff. So, I do this coin trick. Okay. So this is the coin trick. I like coin tricks. These are the first kind of magic tricks that I learned, and they take a lot of practice and not a lot of ingeniousness. And that trick I just did takes a lot of ingeniousness and not a lot of practice. So, oh my goodness, I'm used to doing it to one person. You're probably gonna see something. Maybe I shouldn't. Okay. So this is also not a very good trick. I'm not the best at it. So this is a $50, and I stick it into this hand. Oh my goodness. I stick it into this hand, and I clap my hands, and it goes away. And then I disappeared that coin that it returned again from somewhere. This is my last trick. Goodness. Disappointing. Okay, this is sort of a commercial. So I'm going to advertise this new soda called the double pop soda. I already drank the first can out of it, so now I'm going to make the second can come into it. So I put my left thumb over the cap to seal it, and I seal it, and I shake it up, and I just remembered I forgot something. Tony, could you get me a glass? Okay, where's the glass? And I seal it all back up, open it up, and I have the second soda pop in there. Super cool. I think I'll keep drinking this. Oh, am I the end?
No, you're not.
Alright.
Alright, last of all, we have clap. Let's do one good clap. Last of all, we have the man behind the camera, Mr. Judd.
Hey.
Thanks for your views.
Hey, you need to come up here so we can clap for you.